Faro for Rencontre.
It's not the time for pausing our lives till next time we meet.
Well, I can describe my music, and that is some kind of like semi-electronic indie pop, I guess. Some say it has like some folk elements to it with like Nordic cold sound. I started my interest in music when I was like 14, 15, and I discovered punk rock. That's when I realized that music meant more to me than it did for other people that I grew up with. I was studying music when I was 18, so when I finished high school, and that's when I realized I wanted to do it like as a profession.
Okay.
Yeah, played in bands for the first time, and I grew up in a very small place, so it was the first time I met other people to play with who wanted to do music as much as I wanted to. So from beginning of September until now, it's been touring constantly. We went to America, and that was my first tour in the US. And then around Europe, and then we went to Norway, and then we went really far north in Norway for this really cool festival. You get to see a lot of stuff that you wouldn't see otherwise, which is great. Sometimes you don't even have 10 minutes to see the place before you have to go and play the gig. So yeah, that's sometimes quite, I guess, weird to be traveling so much and not see where you are. The most important thing for me is that people understand what I'm trying to say with it, although at the same time no one can ever know exactly what I'm trying to say. But if I read a review of the album, I can quite easily like sense if the person got it or didn't get it. And it's very rewarding when you read like some person's feedback or hear someone's feedback where you just really notice that they understand what you're trying to do. And that's my goal, to try and make people understand that.
Okay.
French people are great. It's quite hard to speak English in Paris because not everyone can speak English, and I can't speak French, so that's something. But you know, I shouldn't come here and expect everyone to speak my language. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool actually. I was doing this interview in a cafe in Paris, and my own song came on while we did the interview. That was really surreal for me. That was really fun. And the guy behind the bar recognized me, which was also quite fun for me.
You grew up in a little town?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have some stuff to tell us about this town, something that happened in your childhood?
Well, there's not that much stuff that happens there. It's like 500 people in this tiny village, and everyone knows everyone, and people care too much about their neighbor, you know. If your neighbor is out for a walk, you'll know it, because you'll like see it through the window. It's like, oh, the neighbor is out walking today. There is no privacy, which I personally don't like very much.
Okay.
But it's an amazing place. The scenery is great. It's up in the mountains, so you can go skiing and hiking and snowboarding, and it's just like you can just go snowboarding in your garden.
Okay.
Just make a little jump and yeah.
I
But I've been snowboarding since I was 9 or something. Oh, here we go. Every year since I was like 9, I got my first snowboard. I don't really ski or snowboard anymore because I don't live in Norway. But I just love walking around everywhere. I try and avoid taking public transport, and I just walk for hours all around in Berlin where I live now, and it's a great way to experience city and see stuff that you wouldn't see otherwise, and exercising as well. Unfortunately, I haven't done much of it lately, but I really like cooking. It's very therapeutic for me. I relax and forget, you know, every kind of worry that I have. Although I haven't done much of it lately because I just moved to Berlin, and it's so cheap there to go out and eat really, really good food. I haven't had that much French food because I'm a vegetarian, and it's not very vegetarian friendly, at least what I've had before. I haven't had that much actually. I've had actually once in Paris I had this amazing onion soup with a Gruyere cheese. That's quite French, isn't it? Yeah,
it is.
that was so good. That was the best French meal I've ever had, I think.
It's not the time for pausing our lives till next time we meet.
Thanks for watching, and check out my music and go have a beer with your friends.